Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gone on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lightest in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put billions of my taxes. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole. was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flat. Why you trust the lies? The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al-Ham wa Aidya Yahaw. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he fucking need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens. And that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses, and they promised nigga this, promised nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying, and I'm saying fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying.
gonna do that shit.
Yeah, nah.
Push up position.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Selena like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. I'm grateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the code, and would you speaking to me for? Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
Shalom, this is the ISUPK Leicester class. Type your questions in the chat, we'll get to them. And we just got done with camp. This is the class, as you know, whenever we're in Leicester, we hold down the class. Scripture breakdown, you can ask your questions. Any questions, just put them in the chat. Any questions in the room, just put your hands up. So we're gonna try going to a few things today. If I could get, where do I want to start? If I could get 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 1.
Book of 1 Corinthians. Okay, Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 1. Am I not an apostle? Am I not free? Have I not seen Jesus Christ our Lord? Are not ye my work in the Lord?
So Paul is doing what? Asking rhetorical questions, man. Paul's asking them, am I not an apostle? Meaning he is an apostle, so he's asking them a rhetorical question. He ain't expecting an answer. He goes, am I not free? Have I not seen Christ our Lord? Now, when did Paul see Christ?
On the road to Damascus. On the road, where was he on? On the road to Damascus. Where was he going?
Just say in the vision. Just say in the vision he sees, yeah.
Yeah.
He's seen Christ in that vision when he was on the road to Damascus, when he became blind and so forth. So he's seen him then when he goes, yo, why you going against me? That's when he's seen him. Go ahead.
Kind of one kind. If I be not an apostle unto others, yet doubtless I am to you.
So what's he saying right here? What does that mean?
If I could, sir, he's saying like even if it is that he's not an apostle unto others, it's a fact that I'm an apostle to you at least.
Exactly. And the reason why he's saying that is the verse above when he goes, are not ye my work in the Lord?
Right.
So he's like, yo, Are you not the ain't you what I've produced in this truth? He's saying in this truth, you're what I've produced. So he's saying, even if I'm not an apostle unto others, usually I'm an apostle, man. So now listen, man, what you'll find out is people out there in the world, they won't consider us apostles, or they won't consider us prophets. But in here, brothers in here, you would be our work in the Lord.
Right.
The brothers that you bring into the truth, they would be your work in the Lord. And Paul's saying, yo, even though I'm not an apostle unto others, I'm an apostle unto you.
Right.
Listen, man, don't let anybody in the world tell you that you're not a prophet, man. Don't let them tell you that you're not a prophet. Why? Because you see your work. Imagine, sometimes you need to look at your work and be like, damn, with the power of the Lord, this is what the Lord's allowed me to produce.
Right.
And then you look at your work, and then the people that's telling you you're not a prophet, look at their work.
Right.
Say, okay, I can show you what I've produced. Show them what you've produced. You bring your brothers and see how well-mannered and disciplined and all of those things your brothers are. Tell them, show you their children. We'll see what they've produced.
Right.
Oh yeah, they can't bring their children because they're probably in jail. They can't bring them. We'll see what they produce, man. They're probably with P. Diddy somewhere. We'll see what they produced. Don't let them tell you that you're not an apostle, man. Paul's speaking to these men like, yo, let them say what they want. But you know I'm an apostle because you're the work of me and the Lord. And obviously Paul's teaching them what the Lord requires them to be taught. Let's look. Go ahead. What verse was that?
Verse 2, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 3. It's like verse 2. For the seal of mine apostleship are ye in the Lord.
There you go. And he goes, yo, what makes me an apostle is use like that. Follow me, man. You're the proof that I'm an apostle. Listen, you see some of these solo Israelites thinking the prophets. Where's your work, man?
Right.
Listen, how you a prophet and you got no work? Show me your work. Show me what seals your prophethood, man. I want to see what seals it. Now, in here, you can see the work of the men of the Lord in here, man. You can see the work, the buildings, the classes, the discipline. Ask our wives, man. They will see. The men, they understand, like, yo, how my husband was before we found this and how he is after this. If you're a man and you was a horrible man before this, and you still happen to be a horrible man after this, you're not in the truth, man.
Right.
It is. If you're still a horrible man, the same horrible man that you was before and after, you're not in the truth. Well, it is. You're in the wedding without a wedding garment, man.
Right.
There's a scripture where Christ is gonna say, yo, how did you get into the wedding, man? Bind them, hand them, foot them, kick them out, man. That's the man that comes in and don't change their life. That's the man that comes in, like the garment is represents like you being clean and so forth. Now, if you're in here and you're not clean, you're in here without that wedding garment, man. And one day you are gonna get kicked out. Now, what it is, people think, yeah, when a man leaves the truth, it was just his decision. Nah, because it wasn't clean, man. It wasn't clean, and it was doing something that nobody knows he's doing. And yep, one day he got bound hand and foot and got kicked out. But on the physical, you think, yep, he just up and left. You think, yep, he just up and left it on his own. No. You don't leave this on your own, and the Lord gets you up out of here, man. The Lord takes the spirit off you, and this is why. When people leave the truth, they can't understand something simple as John 3:16 no more. Right. They can't understand something simple. Now something so simple becomes complicated because they don't have the spirit of God no more. So they just become like a regular Christian. And you thinking, oh, I got on with him in the truth. Let me break down John 3:16. He's heard John 3:16 million times, man. He heard that on his troopers test.
Right.
So if he don't believe it no more, you trying to give him another breakdown? No, because this well it is. Honestly, don't waste your time, man. Save yourself the time. Yes, lucky. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Mine answer to them that do examine me is this: have we not power to eat and to drink?
Now, Paul's saying, those that examine me, this is my answer to them. Have we not power to eat and to drink? Go ahead.
Have we not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas? Or I only and Barnabas, have not we power to forbear working?
And he goes, have we not power to forbear working? Meaning, he's got power to do certain things. Go ahead.
Come on. Who goeth a warfare? Who goeth a warfare any time at his own charges? Who planteth a vineyard and eateth not?
Goes, who plants a vineyard and eats not? What does that mean? That means what you work doing, you're gonna eat off the work that you do, man. Like if you plant the vineyard, you're gonna eat off the vineyard. Listen, man, Paul said, who plants a vineyard and don't eat thereof? The oppressor made us plant a vineyard and didn't allow us to eat, man. Imagine that we sugar cane and rum. Imagine we can't even have a shot of rum and I'm producing all of it, man.
Right.
My name should be on the rare nephew bottom, man. The amount of
Right.
rum we produce, the amount of sugar cane we cut down, man. It should be named after us. But listen, man, we done all that and got not a penny for it, but it's lucky. Go ahead.
Kind of the one kind. Who planteth a vineyard and eateth not of the fruit thereof? Or who feedeth a flock and eateth not of the milk of the
And he
flock?
goes, who feeds the flock and don't even get none? Like, say, for instance, if you've got a cow, imagine you're taking care of a cow and you don't get no milk from that cow.
Right.
Of course you're gonna, man. You're taking care of the cow, so it's only right you get a reward, man. It's only right, like you feeding the cows and so forth. You should get some of that beef and whatever. Why should you do all that work and get no reward of it? Go ahead.
Kind of the one kind. Say I these things as a man, or saith not the law the same also?
So now he's saying, am I saying these things as in my opinion, or does the law not say the same thing?
Right. For it is written in the law of Moses, thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of the ox that treadeth out the corn.
There you go. And he's saying, yo, even the ox gets to eat corn, man. The ox works and the ox gets a reward. The ox gets to eat of its reward.
Right.
In slavery, we didn't get to eat of no reward, man. They put something on your mouth so you couldn't. And that's how you know they don't believe in the Bible, man.
Right.
They're meant to be Christians and they muzzled our mouth, man.
Right.
And the Bible says you don't even muzzle the mouth of the ox. The Lord said, yo, you take care of the ox. And how are they going to try and make me become a Christian? And they muzzled our mouths when we was doing all the work for them, man.
Right.
I should have had sugar galore, man. What's those things you used to have for Arbon? It's like a little plastic and the sugar used to come in there. No, I'm on about it.
Sherbet, John.
Is it sherbet?
Yeah.
Is it the straws and you can
No,
bite the straws?
sherbet,
There's sugar in there. Listen, man, Arbon deserve loads of those, man. Listen, the amount of sugar came and picked. Him and Habanjagard deserve loads of those, man.
Right.
Used to come different colors and different flavors, right?
Yes.
You know, that yellow, red. That's what I'm saying. Imagine the oppressor would have you doing all of that and you can't even enjoy the sugar, man. The oppressor is the devil, man.
That's right.
Now, if they was Christian like they say and followed the Bible, they would have read this when Paul's like, yo, doesn't the law say you don't muzzle the mouth of the ox? And they muzzled our mouth, man.
Right.
And we greater than the ox. We're
Right.
better than the ox. And they muzzled our mouth. Go ahead. It's like you go ahead to the one.
Also, too, that the Bible says if you got a servant, if you smite his eye, then you should let him go free for his eye's sake. Or if you smite his teeth out, then you should let him go free for his tooth's sake. So yeah,
And they didn't do that, man. They would knock your teeth out, bust your face open, and you're going back to work tomorrow. They'll break your arm, your fingers. You're going back to work tomorrow.
Right.
There's no you going free. And this is why when we rule the earth, we're gonna rule the earth, and we're gonna apply all these laws, man, that they didn't apply. These laws that they claim they believe in, we're gonna actually apply them. Go ahead.
Doth God take care for oxen?
There you go. He goes, does God take care for oxen?
Or saith he it altogether
Let's
for
look at, what verse you at?
I was at verse 9.
Oh yes, okay, go ahead.
I'm at verse 10 now. Or saith he it altogether for our sakes? For our sakes, no doubt, this is written. He that ploweth should plow in hope, and he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope.
And what does that part mean?
So
Read that one more time.
Okay. For our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he that ploweth should plow in hope, and he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope.
Go ahead.
so yeah, if it if you sow, sow? So like
plow, either plow.
Plow. If you plow in hope, yeah. You do this work, do it in hope. You know what I'm saying, and then you'll get in the flip side, you'll get your reward. What is it again? There
says, he that thresheth in hope.
Thresheth, right? So when the time for wheat, time for harvest, then you'll get your reward.
Yeah, meaning everybody that works expects to get a reward, man.
Right.
Like what we're doing right now, this ain't for free. Listen, we're doing this so we can get reward, man.
Right.
We're trying to get a crown, man.
Right.
We're trying to get a crown of life, and that's what we're trying to get. Paul saying, yo, listen, man. Paul saying, yo, ain't nobody doing shit for free, man. That's what he's saying, yo, people are doing things for a reward. Like when you go to work for a reward. What's the reward? You payment at the end of the month. When you go everywhere, you want a reward. Your reward at the end of that is payment. Paul saying, yo, a man that plows, is plowing in hope, meaning at the end of it, there's going to be some reward. A man don't just plow just to plow. You don't go to work just to go to work.
Right.
All of this, I love my job. You're lying, man. You go there for the money, man. Why you say you love your job? You say, listen, I don't think I've loved the job yet. And I don't think it's possible, but for me, it might not be possible. Maybe it's the jobs I'm doing, but listen, I ain't love no. I hear people say my dream job, and it's good to have goals, ambition, and aspirations, but my dream job can't be some white man telling me, yo, you're late this morning. That's not my dream job. My dream job is getting to work when I get to work. My dream job is knowing I can take a detour and the work still gets done. I just get there and I just sign a few emails. I just sign a few signatures and I'm gone. That's my dream job, man. My dream job ain't to go there and 9 to 5 in the office with the aircon on freezing and having to speak how they speak and no, that's not my dream job. But it's lucky. Go ahead, Zapon.
Yeah, it's lucky. The prophets asked Christ, innit? We're forsaking all and follow thee. What should we have in the what should we have in the regeneration of him?
Exactly.
You get me? Yeah. So
hearing African music is not my dream. So lucky. Hearing African music is definitely not my dream. I can hear it right now. That's not my. Listen, I need a world where we don't hear that no more.
Right.
But it's lucky. Go ahead.
Kind of what can't say. Verse 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things?
Listen, man, what he's saying is read that part one more time.
If we have sown unto you spiritual things.
If we have sown unto you spiritual things, meaning if we help you with spiritual things, like we help you get off drugs,
right? Fight
depression, fight demons. Should we not get your carnal things like your tithes?
Right.
Pay your tithes, man. That's what Paul's saying. Paul's saying, yo, we helped you with all these spiritual things, and now you're going to turn around and say tithes is corn. Listen, we helped you with all these spiritual things, and now when it comes time for you to give carnal things, you don't want to give it.
Right.
What Paul's saying is, we've helped you, man. Pay your tithes, man. That's what Paul's saying right there. He's saying, we've helped you with all of this, and you should pay your tithes. That's what he's saying. He's saying, we've helped you with all of this. You should pay your camp funds, man.
Right.
We've helped you with all of this. You should come to camp, man.
That's right.
Imagine this. I'm helping you with all your problems. And then you don't want to do the simplest things like check in, come to camp, pay your tithes. What? I've helped you with spiritual things, and you can't give me carnal things.
Right.
What Paul's saying is, yo, we've helped you with that. Give us the carnal things, man. And it's true, man. Imagine this. I must spend all day. Imagine spending all day, all night, especially during my time, spending all day, all night dealing with your problems. And then when you're meant to do a little thing like check-in, you can't do it. After a man spent all this time helping you with spiritual things, when your life was upside down, and you're living a life of nonsense, and a man spent his time giving you sowing onto your spiritual things, and now you don't want to give you carnal things. Tithes is corn. Listen, man. There's gonna come a time where people are gonna stop wasting their time with you, man.
Right.
There's gonna be a time where a man is not gonna give you his spiritual time, man. Rather give it to somebody else that actually gives their carnal things. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Kind of the one kind. If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather? Nevertheless, we have not used this power.
Hold on, what verse you at?
Verse 12, sir. Verse 12. If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather?
Say that again. See what? That's lucky. Go ahead.
If others be partakers of this power over you.
What verse you at?
Verse 12, sir.
That's lucky.
We done?
Yeah, go ahead.
If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather? Nevertheless, we have not used this power.
I should go from verse 11.
Concept, verse 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal
So
things?
he's saying, yo, is it not a great thing that we should reap your carnal things? Go ahead.
If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather?
So now it goes, if others having power, read that part one more time.
If others be partakers of this power over you.
So now if others be partakers of this power over you, what's that talking about?
Because
like other people want their tax money, you give them that no problem.
Exactly.
We give you spiritual things, and there's a problem with that, man. You want it free, but the white man wants his rent. You got that power over you. You pay your rent, man, on time, man.
Exactly.
The white man wants his bills paid. You give him that. If others want that power, they get it. But when it comes to us, you give you spiritual things. For some reason, people think it's free, man. So luck, yeah.
Nobody complains about the person taking tax out of their paycheck. No one listen, every year when they say, yo, we want our council tax, people pay it straight away. We ask your tribes, there's an issue, man. The others, you give the others power over here.
Right.
But then you refuse, you refuse to give us power over here because in your mind, you just think we're just some niggas, man. You don't see us as priests of God. Right. If you did, you'd be like, no, I'm paying them first. Listen, I remember one time Captain Bashot said, yo, I told the sister, yo, forget that, don't pay your bills, you pay your tithes. Right. I was like, yo, that shit's rough. I was like, yo, that shit's rough. I told her, yo, don't pay your bill, pay your tithes first. And the sister done it and she's fine, man. It all works out, man. Right. It goes, yo, how about it goes, yo, if you show the Lord that you're scared of them more than you're scared of him, what do you think is going to happen? So what you're saying is this devil is more powerful than the Lord. So you rather pay your tithes first and say, yo, whatever happens next happens next. But you pay them tithes, man. That's the Lord's name. Let's look. Go ahead.
Come on. If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather? Nevertheless, we have not used this power.
Meaning they have power over you, and the way they force you, we don't use this power. We don't force you to do these things, man. We don't use the power that we have to force you to pay anything. Right. What we say is, yo, brothers and sisters, support the truth, man. That's what we say. Say, yo, support the truth. We ask for a donation and so forth. That's what we do, man. You pay this, do that. Right. Whereas they force you to do it and you do it. And the spiritual things that we've done that actually keeps you alive, you don't want to do it, man. Go ahead.
But suffer all things.
And we suffer all things, go ahead.
Lest we should hinder the gospel of Christ.
Go ahead.
Do ye not know that they which minister
what verse here?
Verse 13. Do ye not know that they which minister about holy things live of the things of the temple?
Meaning those that work in the holy places, like the priests and what they do, the prayers and the sacrifices and all of that, that's their job.
Right.
They do all the work of the temple. Go ahead.
Live off of the things of the temple.
And they live off of the things of the temple. They clean the silverware. They do the temple work, the partakers of the altar, and they live off the food which is on the altar.
Right.
Whatever goes on the altar, the priests eat it, man. The Lord will say, yo, sacrifice the lamb. Who do you think cleans it up and does all that altar work with it? The priest. And who lives off it? They live off it, man. Go ahead.
And they which wait at the altar are partakers with the altar.
And they which wait at the altar are partakers with the altar. What does that mean?
Yeah, like so read that one more time.
Come on, sir. It says, do not they which minister about holy things live of the things of the temple, and they which wait at the altar are partakers with the altar.
So that's the burden, isn't it? Like they got to dwell in the temple, they got to keep the things of the altar, keep the school clean, keep keep the school clean. It's with that you want to simplify it because this part's talking about the altar, so you want to stay there.
Oh, the altar, yeah. So it says the partakers of the altar. So what you want to say is,
right,
they sacrifice the meat and they eat the meat that comes off the altar. So that's you want to simplify it. Once you start talking about the cleaning, it deviates kind of. I get what you're saying, but that's not in the verse. So you're gonna stay right there, like the partakers of the altar.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk about them sweeping the floor.
Right.
It says the partakers of the altar. Yeah. I get what you're saying because that's what they do.
Yeah, sacrifice
so they would deal with the sacrifices and then they would eat what comes off the altar. Go ahead. Meaning partakers of the altar means the partaking of what comes off the altar. So now they'll say, yo, to up and sacrifice a lamb. You'll give a lamb to the priest. You'll put that lamb on the altar, and then they would just eat it when it comes off. That's their meal. They're partakers of so they're basically getting rewarded for their work. They're eating what comes off the altar. Yes, look you. And they lived off the tithes, the alms, the donations.
God.
That's what the priest lives off, man. Listen, we priests in here and we have to go to work, man. Because nobody ain't trying to pay their tithes and their donations, man.
Right.
We priests that have to go work for some devil. Listen, imagine it's my job to check the brothers under me and make sure they're right. And then they see me on the slavery getting checked by some white man. They're gonna be like, damn, I ain't listening to this nigga. Like, damn, I ain't listening to this nigga. Imagine that. Imagine it was my job to do the checking, and there's some devil on the slavery checking me. Listen, man. Really, we're supposed to live off them donations, man.
Right.
We're supposed to live off that. It's a shame that we have to even go to slavery, man.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Even so hath the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel.
What verse you at?
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
So even so had the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel. But I have used none of these things.
And now he's saying, yo, how the priests lived off the altar and how they lived off those rewards. Paul's saying I could live off that for teaching the gospel. That's what Paul's saying. He's saying I could, but he's saying it's not. Go ahead. Paul's saying I didn't tell you to pay me any money. I didn't charge you for the work I did. That's what Paul's saying, man. Go ahead.
Neither have I written these things that it should be done so unto me, that it should be so done unto me. For it were better for me to die than that any man should make my glorying void.
And he goes, it's better for me to die than any man should make my glorying void. Why? Because he's saying, yo, I don't need your money. He glories in serving the Lord.
Right.
That's what he's saying. He's saying, yo, the Lord looks out for him. Lest any man can say, yo, we brought you this, we done this year, we done that year. He's saying, nah, my glory is in the Lord, man. He ain't trying to live like your pastor. Go ahead.
Abraham did the same thing, innit? When Abraham was saying, I don't want to, you don't want the heathens, basically, to you don't want to take nothing from them to say, you know, I made Abraham rich. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that seems.
He's saying, yo, Paul's basically saying, yo, the Lord looks out for me, man, lest anyone can say, yo, we pay for everything you have. And this is why sometimes, sometimes if you're a man with a woman, you have to know what kind of woman you got, because a woman will buy you things just so she can tell you, like, yo, you wouldn't have had that without me. Yeah. Sometimes she'll tell you, you wouldn't have had that without me. So, man, a woman buys you a car, sometimes she'll put the car in her name. As soon as you fall out with her, police are pulling you over in that car that's been reported stolen. I say, no, it ain't stolen. So, yeah, sometimes there's people that do things for you when it's not genuine. So, you just be mindful of you pick up the wrong woman. That's what might happen. Yes, lucky. Go ahead.
Verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of.
So he's saying, though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. Meaning, he don't have no car. He don't have no nice suits. He's got nothing to glory of. He ain't got no riches. Hold that right there, but get me Luke chapter 9 and verse 57.
It's in 9:57. Luke chapter 9 and verse 57. And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest.
And now a man said to Christ, yo, I'll follow you wherever you go. Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
What was Christ saying to him, man?
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
He's saying that, you know, all these animals have homes, but I don't even have a place I can lay my head. I don't have a, like, he don't even have a home, I guess. Saying.
Basically, yeah. Christ was saying, yo, I don't know if you know what it means to follow me, but following me, I ain't even got a place to stay, man. Christ saying, yo, I don't think you know what it means to follow me, because I ain't got no roof over my head. I ain't got nowhere to stay. He's saying, yo, I don't know if you're ready to roll how I've been rolling. I've been rolling where there's no roof over my head, there's no stopping. I don't know if you know what it means to follow me.
Right.
That's what Christ is saying, man. Christ is saying, yo, most men wouldn't follow me, yo. You sure? He's saying the way how I'm rolling, I ain't got no roof over my head. Most men would hear that and stand down and say, nah, I'm going to stand down on that woman. Most men would hear that and do what? Say, yeah, I'm just going to watch you lot online, man. Listen, a man would say, I want to follow you lot until we say, yo, come stand out in the cold with us in Leicester. Most men will say, "Brother, watch online."
Right.
Or most men will do what? Not want to come to camp. I'm not doing that. Like, while it is, the truth is rough sometimes, man. Like there's a side to it where you're standing outside in the cold, back setting. Listen, your lower back feels like you feel like you're gonna fold in backwards. Like you feel like you're gonna bend backwards. Sometimes you're standing up there that long. Your lower back's your lower back's all hurting. When people say, "Yo, I want to join you," it's like sometimes like, "Yo, are you sure?" Because if you follow us, you're gonna have to roll how we roll, man. Brothers are coming all the way from Manchester to Leicester. How far is the drive? Like 3 hours.
2 hours.
I'm trying to make it sound good, niggas. It's less
2.5
than that. I'm trying
hours.
to make it sound good, niggas. Is less than the hours. How far? 3 hours. I'm trying to make it sound good. They're less than the hours.
About 2.5.
So the brothers come from 2.5 hours, man. To stand in the cold in Leicester.
Right.
Most men ain't gonna roll like that, man. Most men want to do what? Spend time with their woman on a Saturday, man. That's what most men want to do. Spend time with a woman on a Saturday, partying, having drinks, living their best life. That's what they want to do, man. Whereas men that want to roll with Christ and how Christ rolled, they come to camp in the cold, man. Till your toes are freezing, till you know you're gonna have a cold next week. Just saying, you know what, I'll get the cold, but I'm coming to camp.
Right.
Listen, man. Christ said to that man right there, like, "Yo, read that part one more time."
And Yahushua said unto him, "Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have
Christ
nests."
is saying, "Yo, you sure you want to do this? Cause rolling with me is rough. Rolling with me ain't no easy thing."
Right.
So I'm saying, it's letting you know, ain't no easy thing. And we let brothers know all the time when you come in here, if this, you sure this is what you want. Because then, them Saturdays, listen, man, them Saturdays is dedicated to the Lord. What's you coming here, man?
Right.
Them Saturdays is dedicated to camp, Sabbath service, all of that, man. Are you sure you want to give up them Saturdays? Listen, one time there was a brother that was trying to come in and he didn't want to come in because he played football on the Saturday. I seen him the other day, he's out of shape, doesn't look like he played football in his life. Don't look like he played football in his life.
Right.
I said, "Damn, you didn't want to come because you wanted to play football, and you didn't come, and you still didn't play football." Listen, man. That's why Christ goes, "Yo, are you sure you want to roll with me?" And we do the same thing. This brother said to Christ, "Yo, I'll follow you wherever you're going." And Christ and brothers come and say, "Yo, I want to join." And we say to them, "Are you sure you want this?" Christ done the same thing, man. "You sure you want to roll with me?" Go ahead.
You meant to read on Slaggy. And birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head.
Christ said, "You know, if you roll with me, I got nowhere to lay my head, and I'm always on the move, man. Shit, I have to up and go. I ain't got no mansion. I ain't got none of those things that you want." Go ahead.
And he said unto another, "Follow me."
And now there's a man that will say, "You know what? I'd rather stay online. I'll just watch online. I'll just see you in time for 2 minutes and just tell you how much I love it and then go about my business."
Right.
There's a man like that. Then there's another man who will be like, "You know what? You ain't got nowhere to lay your head. Make that both of us, we both don't have nowhere to lay our head, man." There's another man like that. There's another man that's saying, "You know what? I ain't got nowhere to lay my head to because I'm rolling with you. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to endure what comes with what you're going through." There's a man like that. I say, forget that. I don't care about all of that. I'm rolling. And there's a man that will say, "I'll stay online where it's comfortable." There's a man that will say, "Oh, I ain't gonna do what you like do. I'm gonna start my own camp," and they never leave their house, man. They just sit on the computer and make videos that don't even make no sense on the computer. When there's actual real men of God risking their life, man. Actual real men of God that are outside in the cold, whether people's listening or not. That's like, you go ahead. Is there anyone that?
And he said unto another, "Follow me." But he said, "Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father."
And nice said, this was Peter, right? He said to Peter, "Yo, follow me, man." He goes, "Yo, suffer me first." He goes, "Suffer me first to go and bury my father." Go ahead.
Yahushua said unto him, "Let the dead bury their dead."
That's rough, man. Christ is like, "Yo, forget that, man. Let those people in the world handle that, man. You're trying to roll with me. There's no time for you to be off. Come roll with me. Let them bury the dead, man. It don't matter. Let them handle that, man." He goes, "First, let me suffer my father." Listen, when someone says that, usually that means they ain't coming back, man.
Right.
That means, let me do this first. Listen, everyone's doing that first. Listen, everyone's starting their diet January 1st for Alban.
Right.
Everyone's signing back up to the gym January 1st. Listen, man. Allow that you're gonna do something, you do it now, man.
Right.
Christ is like allow me to bury my father. Christ is like, no, we ain't got time for that, man. Let the dead bury the dead. Go ahead.
But go thou and preach the kingdom of God.
Christ said, forget that. Go preach the kingdom of God, man. Go out there and teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that, there's a kingdom which they're going to rule over. They just need to serve God while I go back to my father and go back to my father and build this and speak to my father and make sure everything's right, man. Christ goes, there's many mansions in my father's house, man, meaning many rewards. Christ is going back to the father saying, that man right there deserves a reward, man. That man right there deserves one of the many mansions. Give him one of those crowns, man. Christ is up there saying, you see what they're doing down there? They're working and they deserve those rewards. So Christ is doing, man. When Christ is like, let me go to my father, man. There's many mansions in my father's house, meaning many rewards, blessed and so forth. Is there any more on that or not about it?
There's another story, but we kind of got the point of it.
Okay, so, let me get back to 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 9 and verse, what was that?
I think it was at 16.
Verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me.
It goes, for necessity is laid upon me. Go ahead.
Yea, woe is unto me.
So now he says necessity is laid upon me, meaning what? He does this job because he has to do it, man.
Right.
That's what he's saying. He does this job because he has to. He's saying he don't get paid off it. He don't get paid off it or none of that. He don't do this because it puts money in his pocket. Go ahead.
Right. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
Now, what does that part mean?
It means it's like if I could. It means I ain't got no choice. If I don't do this,
he's saying, if I don't do this, the Lord's going to destroy me. He's saying, I ain't doing this for a reward. Like, I ain't doing this because I get paid for it.
Right.
I ain't getting paid cash for it like your pastor does.
Right.
He's saying, I'm doing this because if I don't do it, destruction awaits me, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, I do this because if not, destruction's coming my way.
Paul basically saying that, hey, I should get paid for this, but even though I don't, it's no big deal to me because I do it anyway.
Exactly. Paul's saying, you see me working. I ain't got no mortgage. I ain't got no big house. I ain't got no fancy clothes. He's saying he's got nothing to glory of, man. He goes, for necessity is laid upon me, meaning he's doing this job because he has to do this job, man.
Right.
And he's saying, because if I don't do this job, I'm going to get destroyed. So for him, this ain't about no money. He's saying, if I don't do this, I'm going to get destroyed. Go ahead.
For if I do this willingly, if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward.
He goes, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. Go ahead.
But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
Read that part one more time.
But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
So he's saying, if I do this and I don't want to do it, things are going to befall him for not standing on the gospel, basically. That's what he's saying right there. Go ahead.
Come on. What is my reward then?
But Paul's saying, this is what Paul's saying. Paul's saying is happy to serve the Lord. Now, this is how it goes. If you're not happy to serve the Lord, there's a matter of time before you, and then you'll stop doing it. Because you're going to be like, yeah, I've had enough now. So you'll be unhappy. You'll be happy. You'll be unhappy. And then one day you're going to be like, I've had enough now. So lucky, go ahead. What verse you at?
I'm at verse 18.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is my reward then? Verily, that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge.
And he goes, you'll make the gospel of Christ without charge, meaning he ain't charging you. Meaning he ain't charging you to. It's like shut the door now. But yeah, he ain't charging you to hear the gospel. That's what I'm saying. He ain't charging you like the pastors charge. Pastors would charge and take all your money. He's saying, I ain't charging you to hear these words. Go ahead.
That I abuse not my power in the gospel.
And he goes, I ain't charging you to abuse my power in the gospel. Your pastor abuses his power, man. That's the charges. Paul's saying, I don't do that, man. Go ahead.
Right. For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all.
He goes, though I be free. Go ahead. And what? So now here, when Paul said, though I be free by all men, what does it mean? When he said, I'm free from all men, what does it mean?
Free from all men. Is that like the same as before? Where it's free from the taxes, free from paying taxes and tributary?
No, because Paul had to pay tax.
Free from all men.
Like Paul's free, he don't have a job, ain't got no manager over him. you know what I mean, he shouldn't have to work. But even though he don't have a job, he gives himself a job, fixing you, you know, helping your marriage, getting black people off drugs.
Nah, so when you're saying here it's free from all men, what Paul means by it's free from all men, meaning he don't owe nobody nothing. So the context is like, yo, about money. He's saying, don't be free from all men, meaning he don't owe nobody shit. Meaning there's a man out there that owes people money. Like, say for instance, let's say I owed some. Let's say it's like me saying, yo, I'm free from debt. What does that mean? All right, then. So Paul's saying the same thing. Don't I be free from all men, meaning I don't owe nobody nothing. That's what Paul's basically saying. Paul's saying I don't owe a penny. I'm free from all men. And in life, it feels good to be free from all men in that way. It feels good to not owe somebody money, because if you owe somebody money and then you buying drinks at the bar, they're looking at you like, yo, Radar, they're looking at you, give that cashier that 20 for the drink. I don't think, yo, you owe me about 60. If you gave me that 20, you would only owe 40. It feels good to be free from all men. So you don't have to be lying about shit. Oh, I can't spend money in front of him because I owe him. Being free from all men in that manner feels beautiful. So lucky, go ahead.
For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all.
And he goes, though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all.
That I might gain them all.
That he might gain them all, meaning he's free from all men, but he holds himself accountable to all men. And he became a servant, because that's what the Lord risen him up to do, meaning he's meant to serve these men and raise up these men. Go ahead.
And unto the Jews I became as a Jew.
And he said, unto the Jews I became as a Jew. What does that mean?
Like, if I could, unto the Jews in the land, he became as those, like, as he basically, this verse is like he's relating to the different people he's trying to gain. Like if you trying to gain an accountant, you would talk to him about numbers or something. You become as an accountant in order to gain him into the truth.
So yeah, Paul became as a Jew, meaning Paul would be around them and they'll be like, yo, because forget that them niggas ain't Jews, man. They're Greeks, man. And Paul would be like, yeah, man, and here, yeah, cause yo, they weren't born here, but they're still our family. So he became as a Jew to gain them. So he became as a Jew. It don't mean that he became like them and stayed like them. It means that he related to them like, yeah, man, because we was born here, but they're still our family. It's like you relate with gang members, because yeah, I used to hate that. I used to hate this area, but they're still our brothers. So it's like you becoming as a gang member to gain them, so you can make them see sense. So Paul became as a Jew, like, yeah, man, because you know, I was circumcised and I get it, they weren't born here, but they're still our family. So that's what it means when it say Paul became as a Jew to gain them. Go ahead.
To them that are under the law, under the law.
And then it became as them that are under the law, Go ahead.
That I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as without law.
And he became like them to without law, that are without law. It's like, yeah, man, I hear you, but come on, man. We can't eat pork, man. It makes us sick, man. Those that are without law goes, yeah, nah, I hear what you're saying, man. But yo, sometimes we need the law, man. It became like that to them. Now the people that was trying to punish people, it became like that with them, like, yo, I hear you, man. Sometimes people need to get punished, but sometimes not everyone should get punished all the time. So Paul became like them, so it's making them think it's like them, but it's making them see sense at the same time. It's making them see, listen, Paul became as a Jew, but listen, in here, you ain't allowed to become as a homosexual, man. You ain't allowed to do that. You ain't allowed to do that, man. In here, you ain't allowed to do that, man. You ain't allowed to say, because yeah, I hear you don't hear them. There's nothing about that lifestyle that you hear. Listen, you don't become like them, or you'll be joining them. Slaka. You'll be joining them and we'll be making tapes about you. Slaka. But yeah, you ain't allowed to become like them. Listen, you ain't allowed to be relatable in that manner.
Right.
Because I'll be looking at your side was like, yo, you can relate to that. I can't relate to that, but Slaka, go ahead.
To them that are without law.
No, it's like a homosexual saying, yeah, because I became a homosexual, blah, blah, blah. And then if you was to say, yeah, because I had a similar situation, I'm like, huh? I'm like, a similar situation. I'm like, how about get that nigga? I'm like, how about get that nigga out of here? I'm gonna say you gotta have similar situations out there. So, okay, go ahead.
To them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to God, but under the law to Christ.
That he would break it down to them like, yo, I get it, but Get me, break it back in and bring it back home. So that
Right.
was his point. It would become relatable and then bring them back in. It would bring it back home. Hey, go ahead.
That I might gain them that are without law.
And he said that way it will gain them that without law. Go ahead.
To the weak became I as weak.
He said to the weak he became weak. Now, what does this mean when it says to the weak he became weak?
So like I'd say, like to those that are new in the truth, those that have been new, or ain't even got the truth yet. You know what I'm saying? So
But what does it mean when Paul said he became weak? Because Christians will cut you with this shit. What does it mean when Paul said he became weak? Does it mean what does it mean?
Again, relatable. So he just became relatable to those that are new in the truth.
How though? Because it says he became weak. So how did he become weak? What does it mean? Because now we in here we ain't a weak people. So what does it mean when Paul said he became weak? If someone says to you, well, Paul said he became weak,
Right.
so you should become weak, what does it mean?
Just relatable. Relatable.
Well, he says he became I as weak. So like as somebody that's weak. So say for example, you have somebody they weak to smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? You could say, you know, I hear you. Like I understand why you're smoking weed. Life is stressful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to get away from the stress, but that's not how you get, you know, you can't just smoke weed. It's not going to deal with your problem. That's being as weak to them that are weak.
That's exactly what it is, man. Paul kind of done a thing like, yo, I know your pain, man. I went through a similar situation.
Correct.
That's what it means when it says he became weak. It don't mean he started to sin and do whatever. It means that they was weak and he became relatable, like, yo, I know your pain. Like there could be a man that smokes weed, another man that used to smoke could say, yo, I know your pain, because when I quit smoking, he became relatable. Now imagine there's a man that became weak, like, oh man, I can't stop smoking. And you call him out his name, you're homosexual, you this, you that. It's gonna leave, man. You need a man that's relatable, like, yo, I know your pain, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put you on this program.
Right.
It became relatable. So a Christian will pull this and say, well, Paul became weak, and then they will spin the whole context. Whereas when it says it became weak, that's what it was talking about. It was talking about that. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
That I might gain the weak.
And he did that so that we gained the weak, meaning you go to a brother like, yo, I know your pain, man. I know what you're going through. You became weak to be relatable. That's what it's talking about. Like you can't be hardcore 24/7. I get it. You're a macho man made of steel. The strongest man in the world. I get it. Some of you macho, strongest man in the world. Paul said he became relatable, man. Sometimes you have to be relatable.
Right.
Like a man can't tell you he's got a problem and you can't be like, yo, that's some get over it, man. You can't just be like, yo, you should be strong like me. Again, you're strong, not everyone's gonna be strong like you. So Paul was in the right spirit, man. It became a Jew to those that were Jews, became weak to those that were weak. It became relatable. And in life, it's a skill to be relatable. Now, some people ain't relatable. A man that's not can't be relatable, then that's someone that you wouldn't really go to with a problem, because if they can't be relatable, someone that's relatable can help you with your problems. Now, imagine there's a man that is just 1000% strong. You're gonna look at him like, oh, I'll never be like him. But now, if you see a man that's strong and you speak to him, and he goes, don't worry, I know your pain. I was going through something similar one time. Then you can be like, oh, how did you get over it? Now, the man that's strong and macho, like, you're thinking he's born like that. You're thinking he's born like that, zero problems, and you can't relate to him. So Paul done the right thing by becoming weak to gain the weak. Because now that way a brother might see Paul as strong and be like, oh, he has problems too. How did you get over it? Maybe I'll follow your methods. But if you're a man that's so strong, a man that don't make no mistakes, a man that's so perfect that Christ didn't die for you because you're so perfect, then you're not relatable. I mean, you're so perfect that when Christ came down for everybody, it didn't apply to you because you're so perfect. I mean, you're not part of the world in John 3:16 because you're so perfect and you've done no wrong your whole life, and you're strong and you're incorruptible and you don't make no mistakes. If that's you, you're not going to be relatable. So Paul here was being relatable. Yes, Lucky, go ahead. What verse we?
I'm in verse 22.
Lucky, go ahead.
I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some.
And he goes, I became all things to all men, but I might all means save some. So now you have to get the context of what he meant. Because a man will read that and say, well, a man that's a homosexual, Paul became a homosexual to gain him. And your pastor will use this verse to say that he's going to be gay to gain the gay. When the pastor's just becoming gay, he's gaining you. So now, that the whole context of that is what we just said. Because someone will read that out of context and say, read that part one more time.
To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some.
And he became all things to all men, that by all means he could save some. So now when you read it in context, you'll know what it's talking about. When you read it out of context, any manner of lifestyle, people are thinking Paul became that. Nah, it's not talking about that, man. Paul gave context to what he's talking about. Yes, okay, go ahead.
And this I do for the gospel's sake.
And this it does for the gospel's sake. So Paul became relatable for the gospel's sake. Paul ain't acting like he's strong and macho and and all of those kind of things. He ain't doing all of that, man. He became relatable for the gospel's sake. Go ahead.
That I might be partaker thereof with you.
What verse you at?
At 24 now.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Know ye not that they which
So
run...
now, Paul's saying, I do all this so he can be partakers of the good news with you, man. So that he can be partakers of the gospel with you.
Right.
Paul became all things, why? So that he can gain you. So you can be part of this good news that is, which is the gospel. So you can be gained and come back. That's why Paul became all things. That's what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the
And
prize.
now, Paul's talking about the Olympics now because obviously at that time, the Greeks was heavy into the Olympics. So he's making it relatable that people run, and at the end of that run, one person gets the prize. Now, when you race, one person gets the prize, usually a black man. Let me just throw that in there. Usually the prize, all the medals is in a black man's house somewhere. So Lucky, go ahead.
But one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain.
And it goes, run that you may obtain, man. And now everybody runs that one receives the prize. And they train for years for this race. The Olympics is every 4 years. Do you think they're in their bed for 4 years until the day of the race? Nah, man. They're taking it serious. Diet, everything. Listen, I just found out the other day to drive an F1 car, you have to be in shape.
Right.
I thought, yeah, you have to be in shape. I thought you have to wear, you have to have a strong core. I just thought maybe the fat nigga can jump in the car, and I thought maybe the fat nigga jump in the F1 car, go around the corner. I'm thinking I'm going to go around the corner and lose. Listen, I found that even they have to be in shape to go around the corners. And it makes sense because when you go go-karting, the person who weighs the least usually wins. You've been go-karting before, right?
Oh, thanks.
I'm to Zappa, you didn't take them go-karting. I'm to Zappa. You didn't Zappa, me, you need a council, you didn't take them go-karting. You need a council. But yeah. Well, you say you like go-karting. Yeah, listen, let me know. We can go one day. We can arrange it, We can arrange it. There's one local. Say that again. There's one by Leicester. No, Birmingham's okay. I'm trying to plug it like the one in Leicester. But actually, the one in Leicester might be better because from what I remember, there's a new one in Birmingham now, but the one in Birmingham was more like a time trial. So it's not like a race, like the time you lapse. Is the one in Leicester a race or the time you lapse? Yeah, we go Leicester. Listen, one day we're going to go karting in Leicester. Listen, This is what I'm trying to tell you. People think, as an Israelite, you can't have fun. Listen, man, you're going to see headpieces in them go-karts, man. You're going to see a headpiece in them go-karts. Right. You're going to see a shield coming around the corner in them go-karts. Listen, we in there, man, whenever. But Paul's saying, so now even for a race, a man trains, and look at how Usain Bolt and them train. One time, just go on YouTube, how the athletes train for their race. They stay in shape and they train because why? They're serious about that race.
Right.
Paul's saying you have to be serious about the truth. Now, how do you train for your race? You be in class, man.
Right.
You be in class. You be at camp. Like every time you come to class or camp, you learn one new precept, man.
Okay.
And then before you know it, you know 2 precepts, 10 precepts, 20 precepts, and you learn bit by bit. The same way these athletes learn when they're running. No, if you put your arm that way, you put your hand that way, it generates more power. Like they've got a whole method. There's a whole method to running.
Right.
That apparently in the first 30, 40 yards, you do, I can't remember what you do. You do something, and then you go into your speed. Like it's not that you just run from the get-go, but to us, we think you just run from the get-go. How do they know how to run properly and why? Because they train. Like if you look at Asafa Powell, he had one of the best starts. He had one of the best starts until 60 meters in, pull his hamstring when he knows he's not winning the race no more. I've never seen a man pull his hamstring so much. Listen, watch every Asafa Powell race. Once he realizes he's not winning, he pulls his hamstring. Listen, man, I said, damn. Like, he just ain't going to lose gracefully. So
Right.
he pulls his hamstring and every race is losing. But the whole point is, they train for that race. And the race that we in, we need to train for this race. See how all of them runners take it serious? We need to take this serious and train for our race. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Kind of what kind? And every man that striveth for the mastery.
And it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery. So now to strive for mastery, that's the man that striving for mastery means you want to be great at something, man. It means you want to be great. How do you become great at something? You train, you practice, you watch tape, sacrifice sleep. You know, boxers probably train 3 times a day. That's why they're so good at what they do, man. They train 3 times a day. Because why? They're striving for mastery.
Right.
Now, if you're in here and you're not striving for mastery, there's no point you being in here, man. In here, you strive for mastery. Go ahead.
Kind of what kind? And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in
Every
all
man
things.
that strives for mastery is temperate in all things, meaning he's level-headed, man.
Right.
A man's temperate means level-headed. When you're striving for mastery, you have to be level-headed and you have to weigh out everything, man. Go ahead.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
They do it to obtain a corruptible crown, meaning they're doing it for a gold medal that's not going to be worth nothing in the future.
Right.
A gold medal that someone's going to break into their house and steal. A gold medal that's going to be taken away. Imagine if they can do all of that training, sacrifice for a corruptible crown. How much more should you put in for an incorruptible crown?
Right.
You mean to say a man who's getting something which is going to corrupt is doing more than you, who's doing something for an incorruptible crown? You're supposed to be more serious about this than Usain Bolt is about running, man.
Right.
So you're supposed to be more serious about this than any of them athletes is serious about what they're doing, man. You see them athletes sacrificing, their moms taking them to football every week. They're doing that for a corruptible crown. And you mean to tell me you can't come to camp? Meanwhile, they can get to football every week for a corruptible crown.
Right.
And you can't do this for an incorruptible crown. Listen, man, you should strive for mastery. That's lucky. Go ahead.
But we an incorruptible.
But we are incorruptible, man. Meaning we do this for what? What's the incorruptible crown?
The kingdom of heaven, sir.
Exactly. And even deeper, eternal life. That's the incorruptible crown, man.
Okay.
We're doing this for eternal life and all the promises that the Lord gave us, man. We're doing this so we can have eternal life and all the promises that the Lord gave us.
Right.
That's why we do this, man. That's lucky. Go ahead.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Meaning shadow boxing and so forth. He's saying, yo, I do this not like they do it for their incorruptible crown. Go ahead.
But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection.
And he goes, I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. Meaning he don't get caught up in certain problems, man. He don't get caught up in certain situations. Go ahead.
Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
And he goes, the reason he don't get involved in all them problems, because now he don't want to become a castaway.
Right.
Meaning somebody that leaves the truth, someone that's cast out of the truth.
Correct.
He don't get caught up in all them. He keeps his body, he brings his body under subjection. Meaning he strives for mastery, strives to be perfect, so he don't become a castaway.
Right.
Now, if you don't strive to be perfect in here, you're striving to be perfect in something else, man.
Right.
I mean, in life, everyone's striving for something. So if you ain't striving for something in here, you're striving for something out there, man. You're striving for something which is corruptible out there instead of something which is incorruptible in here. So, Lucky, go ahead.
That's the end of chapter 9.
That's the end of chapter 9. Yeah, let's let me get 1 Corinthians 10 and 1.
Okay.
Just read the whole thing down if there's been.
1 Corinthians 10 and verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
And it says, all our fathers were under the cloud. So now, when you read 1 Corinthians 9:8-7, now, right here in verse 10, Paul saying all our fathers were under the cloud. Now that gives it context. Who was under the cloud? Go ahead, Rilla. Exactly. Exactly. He said all our fathers was under it. So now, how could this apply to any other race? If Paul said all our fathers were under the cloud, this is what they were trying to do to you. Paul speaking to them in Corinthians, Now, if Paul wrote, if this is a letter, and Paul said all our fathers were under the cloud, now all you have to do is go to Exodus and find out who was under the cloud.
Right.
And then you will know that this letter was to those people. So when you're reading Corinthians trying to include heathens, you can't include them because it says all our fathers were under the cloud.
Right.
So now that's the context. Paul is obviously talking to people that came out of Egypt. Now, everybody went under the cloud, man. Only we was. Go ahead.
Kind of one kind. And were all baptized unto Moses.
And he goes, and we're all baptized unto Moses, man. Go ahead.
In the cloud and in the sea.
So now, what does it mean we was all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea? What does it mean?
Salakia, does it mean that, you know, when Moses gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, and through the sea?
No, because before we came, once we went through the sea, Moses gave it after that. So
Yeah.
those was all baptized to Moses. So this part here, you got to focus on this part right here.
Okay, baptized to Moses. All right, I'll pass it. I'll pass that.
Salakia, was it like baptizing to Moses so that when they went through the water, when they went through the water, they baptized unto Moses.
Meaning what? Because I didn't see Moses dunk them under no water and say whatever Christians say.
Baptized unto Moses. Read it one more time.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
In the cloud and in the sea.
Yeah, because the cloud followed them, innit? The cloud was the Most High that followed them. And in the sea, yeah, when they passed over through the sea, they passed through the sea unto Moses.
But how was they baptized?
Through the cloud and.
Is it that they cleanse themselves of the ways of the Egyptians?
So what happened is, once they passed through that sea, it was no longer attached to the Egyptians. So that's how it was clean. So once they passed through that sea, they was free. They're no longer in slavery. They're no longer attached to the Egyptians. That's what it means. They was baptized, meaning they was cleaned. They was cleansed of the Egyptians. They was cleansed of oppression, all of those things. They was cleansed of being attached to another nation. They was free from all of that. So that's what it means when it says they was baptized in the sea. Because once they passed through the other side of the sea, the Egyptians didn't come over to the other side with them because they drowned in the sea. They drowned in the sea, so that's what that's talking about. So now, once we passed through that sea, we was able to become a nation. We was now under Moses and not the Egyptians. That's what it means being baptized under Moses. So before that, we was under the Egyptians. And then once we passed through the sea, we was no longer under them Egyptians because they was dead. We was now under Moses. So that's what it means by being baptized unto Moses.
Yeah, so that's like us coming into the truth now, right? Out of the world, being baptized onto Commanding General Yohana, right? Okay.
So then they were baptized, meaning they're no longer attached to the Egyptians. That attachment's gone now. Those people that once ruled over them, that rules over. Now Moses rules over them. They're baptized unto Moses. They're cleansed now. And now they're following Moses.
Right.
Go ahead.
Go on, Khan. And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
And they all ate the same spiritual meat, man. Go ahead.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
All drank the same spiritual drink. Now Paul's breaking it down to them. Go ahead.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Christ.
You're saying that rock was the power of Christ, man. Go ahead.
So that cloud in the sea was Christ, right?
Yeah, leading them, and that rock was the power of Christ when they split that rock. Imagine water coming out of a rock. That rock right there. Imagine a normal rock, and you split that rock and water comes out of it. That's crazy, man. Imagine how do you see that and still decide, nah, I'm not gonna follow Moses.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy. After you would have dehydrated to death, man. You would have died of dehydration, and you seen that water come out the rock. And then you still, after that, decided, nah, I want to follow something else. Nah, I want to follow somebody else and go back into Egypt. That's what they was trying to do. So lucky, go ahead.
But with many of them, God was not well pleased.
And with many of them, the Lord wasn't pleased. Why? Because they was sinning against him. So he wasn't pleased with them, man. They was doing all manner of evil. So he wasn't pleased. And a lot of them had to die in the wilderness. Go ahead.
For they were overthrown in the wilderness.
For they were what?
For they were overthrown in the wilderness.
They was overthrown in the wilderness. A lot of them died in the wilderness. That's why we was wandering the wilderness for like 40-something years. Go ahead.
Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things.
And now these things were our examples for us not to be like that. So us hearing about how they died is an example of why we shouldn't be like that.
Right.
So we should look at how our people lived previously and what punishments they received and how they died and say, you know what? We're not going to live like that, man.
Right.
We're not going to follow that example. We're not going to do those things. Go ahead.
That we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted.
And they lusted after evil things, man. They was making golden calves. Talking about they want to go back to Egypt.
Right.
Talking about life was better in Egypt. Talking about life was easier in Egypt. Right. We ain't supposed to lust after those things. Go ahead.
Come on. Neither be ye idolaters.
Neither be what?
Neither be ye idolaters.
Neither the idolaters. Why? Because they was idolaters, and a lot of them died for it, man. A lot of them was idolaters, setting up golden calves. Nowadays, people are getting ready to set up Christmas trees,
right,
and all of those things. Paul said, "Be not idolaters." And if you're getting ready to celebrate Christmas, you're an idolater.
That's right.
Now, what it is, most of you probably don't know because you've been doing it your whole life. So now you know. Take that Christmas tree down, man.
Right.
That Christmas tree in your house is an idol that you're going to bow down on Christmas Day and get the presents. You, your kids, your rib, all going to come downstairs in Christmas costumes to go open presents. So, man, don't do it, man. You're idolaters. Go ahead.
As were some of them.
As were some of them. And as were some of you. Now, you could have been an idolater, as now changing, you're no longer one. Now, you can become to the week like, yo, I used to put up a Christmas tree, man. I don't do that no more, man. I used to celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate that nonsense no more. Right. You have to become as week to the week. So, go ahead.
Kind. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
What verse you at?
This is in verse 7.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at verse 8 now.
So now it's letting you know the things that they've done in the wilderness. So in these next few verses, letting you know what they was doing in the wilderness. Go ahead.
Neither let us commit fornication as some of them committed.
Neither let us commit fornication as some of them committed. Listen, man, you had black men bringing East Indian women into their tent, man. He goes, neither let us commit fornication as some of them were doing. You had men marrying outside of their race, like some of them was doing. Go ahead.
And fell in one day 23,000.
And fell in one day 23,000. That's 23,000, man. 23,000 died. Why? Because they wanted to have sex with women that they're not supposed to. I mean, they didn't want no black women. That was like, now we've been seeing these black women from Egypt, man. We want something new, man. They're like, we want something new. Why? Because they was lusting after other women, and they lusted after them so much that 23,000 of them fell in one day.
Right.
It's a big number. Go ahead.
Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents.
And listen, man, they tempted and they was destroyed of serpents, man. And now it goes, some of them tempted and were destroyed of serpents. That's talking about now when Moses had to put the serpent on the stick. So even Paul right here is quoting that same story. Paul right here is letting you know that, yo, Israel passed through that and what happened to them and the serpent on the stick. Paul's even letting you know that that whole stick was raised up for Israel. He's even letting you know the serpents and that was for Israel. So when you read John 3:16, that's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Go ahead. Exactly. 14 will let you know that how to put the serpent on the stick and so forth. Paul's letting you know the exact same thing right here. The same thing that John 3:16 saying, and Paul's letting you know the people who it was for, because they was destroyed of serpents in the wilderness. Right. Go ahead.
Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured.
And they moaned against Moses, man, saying, yo, this nigga brought us here to die. This nigga brought us here to die. And they was ready to stone Moses, man. Go ahead.
And were destroyed of the destroyer.
They was destroyed of the destroyer. The Lord sent a destroyer to destroy them, man. The Lord weren't playing no games, man. He sent a destroyer to destroy them. Understand this? The same Lord you read about in the Old Testament is the same Lord you read about in the New Testament, man.
Right.
You should read the Old Testament and be scared, man, and be like, yo, the Lord sent the destroyer to destroy them, man. Go ahead.
Now all these things happened unto them for ensamples.
Now all these things happen as examples. So we would read it in the future and say, all right, I'm not going to do that. So we should read that and say, I'm not going to do that, man.
Right.
I ain't going to do what they did. Let me just obey. All of these things happen so we can say, you know what? Let us just obey. Go ahead.
And they are written for our admonition, upon whom the end of the world are come. Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth.
Yes, lucky what verse you
I just read 11. I'm in verse 12.
11. No, sir.
Verse 12. Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
And it goes, he that thinks he standeth, let him take heed lest he fall. What does that mean?
Yes, like if you think you're good and righteous and all of that, you better be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to make sure you're doing it diligently, in hope, and just keep going that way.
Listen, man, he that thinks he's strong, let him pay attention, man, because you'll be tempted too. So, you think you're strong, still pay attention, man. Sometimes you might think, what they're going through, I'm stronger than that. It won't happen to me. Pay attention, man. You be strong and pay attention to everything. Go ahead.
Colonel Wakan. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
So now there's no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. What does that mean?
If I could, sir, there's nothing that you're going through that nobody else has gone through.
Exactly.
Like, all the things you suffer are common.
Exactly. Sometimes you think, I'm not going to tell no one my problems because they heard it before.
Right.
Listen, man, you ain't new in this earth. You ain't a new experiment in this earth. What you going through? Somebody's gone through it years before you was even here.
Right.
I don't think that you're the only person going through certain things. Don't work like that, man. What you're going through, somebody's gone through before you.
Right.
Someone's gone through worse than you. It's not this one thing ain't just for you. Everyone's gone through it.
Right. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
There you go. And the Lord won't allow you to be tempted more than you are able. If you're tempted with something, it's because the Lord knows you can handle it.
Right.
The Lord knows, like, look at my faithful servant, man. He can handle this. Now, if you don't handle it, it's because you don't want to.
Right.
But the Lord don't give you more than you can handle. So if you're tempted with something and you're like, you know what, I just can't defeat it. You can. That's why you've been tempted with it, man. Right. It's your job to prove you can defeat it. And you can. That's why the Bible says the Lord ain't going to tempt you with more than you can bear. It's like, you got what verse yet?
I'm in verse 13.
Go ahead.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
And with the temptation, the Lord will make a way to escape, man. If some whore tells you come to a house, this is what you do. Drive to 394 Lodge Road.
Right.
That's the way for you to escape, man. Tell her, yeah, I'm on my way. End up at 394 Lodge Road. That's the way to escape, man. Right. Or phone one of your brothers and explain, like, and they'll say, stay in the house. They say, turn off your phone and go to bed.
Right.
The Lord always make a way for you to escape. So like, you go ahead.
That ye may be able to bear it.
That you may be able to bear it, man. The Lord gives you a way. Like sometimes before you're about to do something, we've all had it where in your head there's two different opinions. One says do it, one saying don't do it. And in your lust, you like to listen to the one. In your lust, you like to listen to that one, even though the other one's telling you don't do it, and then you convince yourself why you should do it. One will say don't do it, and you convince yourself why you should. You'd be like, well, I know this had so much chances before. Let me do it. Let me just do this, and I might have as much chances as him. You start to convince yourself. Whereas one of the voices is saying don't do it. One of the voices is saying do it. This is what you do, man. This is what to do. If you don't know which one of those two voices are right, that's what counsels for.
Right.
You'll phone them and they say, I'm hearing these voices. One's telling me to do this, one's telling me not. Which one do I listen to? Instead of listening to any of those voices, listen to a man of God. Makes more sense. Why not listen to a man of God instead? That's lucky. Go ahead.
Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry.
And he goes, flee from idolatry. You got a Christmas tree in that house? Flee from idolatry, man. Get that Christmas tree up out of that house, man. So you know what? I'm not doing this nonsense. Get that Christmas tree up out of the house. Not. You niggas gonna think put the Christmas tree up. I'm talking about get it up out of the house. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Good. 15. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say.
See, he goes, I'm speaking to wise men. So in the book of Corinthians, he ain't speaking to everybody. He said, I'm speaking to wise men. Meaning this ain't for everybody. Go ahead.
Got another one. 16. The cup of blessing which we bless, Is it not the communion of the blood of Christ?
And it goes, the cup of blessing which we bless. And how do we bless that cup? You do it every Sabbath service. You do it every Sabbath service. There you go, man. Listen, we that cup of blessing, we be like, La Sha'ala, man. To Israel, man. That's what we do.
Right. The bread which we break.
And the bread we break, and with that drink, with that, we share drinks, food, brotherhood, righteousness. Listen, man, we do all of that, man. We do all of that. Communion. What does communion mean?
Together.
Sharing. Communion more means sharing. So now when you look at, pull up the definition of communion. Let me see what the definition says, because two of you said what? Gathering. From what I remember, it meant sharing. I might listen. Sometimes I'm wrong. I might be wrong today.
It says right here, communion, the sharing.
Okay, bro. But I know a little thing or two. Sharing. Okay, that's all I needed to hear, though. That's all I needed to hear. So communion means sharing. So now you hear Christians talk about communion like it's something so deep. Communion just means sharing, man. Just now, what did we do? We done communion. What did we do? We shared food, man. We're always eating patties and whatnot. We just done communion. We shared food, shared drinks. That's what communion is. Brothers sharing, man. What we done right now was communion. We're going to do tomorrow. Exactly. More communion tomorrow.
Right.
That's lucky guys, Rabban.
Okay. If I could say also, we got a comment on TikTok. Somebody said, Christmas is a corporate celebration.
Meaning
Christmas is just for the white man to make money.
1,000,000%. Listen, you're right. You're right with that 1,000,000%. And they're making so much money off it that people are still in debt from Christmas 3 years ago.
Right.
People are still in debt from Christmas 3 years ago. And come December 26th, they're going to be in debt from Christmas 4 years ago. So all you do is put yourself in debt. So yeah, it's definitely a corporate holiday for England to make so much money. Like, it's mad how in England we can talk about, there's not enough money for the kids to eat school dinners, but then we all got money to buy Christmas presents.
Right.
Something ain't right, man. Maybe we're spending our money in places that we shouldn't be spending our money, man. Lucky, go ahead.
I can't say. But the bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ?
So the bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? Go ahead. What verse you at? 16?
I just read 16. 17. For we being many are one bread and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread.
And it goes, we're all partakers of that one bread. Hold on, one second. Yeah, go ahead.
Behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices.
So now, actually, let's take me back to verse 16.
Verse 16. The cup of the blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ?
Is it not the communion of the blood of Christ, man? Meaning, what did Christ? Actually, go ahead, read on.
The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of
and
Christ?
And it says the bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? What does that part mean? The blood of Christ and the breaking of the bread. What does that part mean?
It's like, that's a sharing together, like brotherhood. So it's like when Christ broke the bread with the Last Supper, he broke the bread and he shared it amongst his brethren. So sharing, he said, and then also he said, take this, eat of my, eat of my body or something like that. So it's a sharing. We're gathering together. We're sharing and showing brotherhood, just like how Christ did with the disciples.
Yeah, perfect. And when Christ is there, Christ is saying, yo, when you like break bread, remember me.
Right.
Think of me. When you like drink together, think of me. Why? Because the only reason we drinking and breaking bread together is because of Christ, man. Right. We wouldn't all know each other without that. Because of Christ is why we're breaking bread and drinking together.
Right.
So that's why Christ is like, yo, when you eat this, when you drink this drink, think of me. When you break this bread, think of me. And that's why when Paul goes, they that eat and drink of this bread unworthily, meaning you can't fake this brotherhood, man. Because Christ died so we can come together. Christ died so we can come together. And every time we eat and drink, think of him. That's why Christ goes, where 2 and 3 of you are gathered, I'm there. Because Christ is saying, yo, I'm the reason you're coming together. So I'm the reason you're coming together. So I'm there. The reason you've come together is because of me. That's what Christ is basically saying. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
For we being many are one bread and one
It
body.
says, for we being many are one bread and one body, meaning there's many different schools, man. Even though there's many of us, even though we're many different people, we're one body and we multiple schools, but we're one school. We're multiple schools in locations, but we're one school at the same time.
Right.
We're one body. Go ahead.
For we are all partakers of that one bread.
For we are all partakers of that one bread, man. That one bread which is Christ. We all partakers of it, man. We all here for Christ's sake. Go ahead.
Behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices.
What verse you at?
That's 18.
Oh, it's like, go ahead.
Behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar.
See, and it goes, they that eat of the sacrifices are partakers of the altar. That's talking about the priests. Now he's going into work now, like, yo, they, like why it went into verse 9. They are partakers of the altar because they're eating the sacrifices that come off it. Go ahead.
What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?
So it's saying, is the idol anything, or that which is sacrificed to the idol anything? Go ahead. What verse you at?
20 now.
Verse 20, go ahead.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
So now the things that they sacrifice, now the idol's nothing. Who gives a shit? The idol is nothing.
Right.
But it's there what they sacrifice to devils. So
Right.
they're sacrificing on Valentine's Day, birthday, Christmas. And now if you partake in certain things, you're partakers of it. Go ahead.
They sacrifice to devils.
So now you're partakers of it if you're at their events with them, man. If you're at their events with them, now we know food is just food. Now, if you're at their events eating food, you're partakers of their sacrifices, of their idols, man. Same like a man that's in the temple doing the sacrifice to the Lord, he's partakers of that. He's partakers of the Lord's sacrifice because he's doing the work in the temple. Now, if you're in a Christmas party and they bring a turkey, now you're partakers of that, man. You're partakers of that, half that devil worshipping that they're doing. This ain't you just having a random turkey. This is you eating Christmas dinner, having a Christmas turkey.
Right.
Yes, look what verse you at.
In verse 20. 20.
Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
There you go, man. We ain't supposed to be at their Christmas parties. Listen, man, we shouldn't have fellowship with them.
Right.
Now, does this mean you can't see your mother ever? No, but on Christmas, don't have fellowship with her, man.
That's right.
Don't sit down in your mom's house and when they're doing these things. Go ahead.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
And now he's saying you can't drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You need to pick, man. You can't be in the truth and then saying, yeah, I'm going to my mom's for Christmas. Now, if you live with her, you stay in your room, man. If you live there, then obviously you would just stay in your room. If you live there and they're throwing parties, there's nothing you can do. You stay in your room, but you can't be partakers of that and of the cup of devils. Lucky, what verse you at?
21.
Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me.
He goes, all things are lawful for me. Now, this is talking about a man who keeps the law. So he lives a lawful life. So he's like, all things are lawful for me. Now, people say, well, Paul said, all things are lawful for me. Meaning, Paul's a man that lives within the law. So he knows when he says all things are lawful to me, it's not about lawful things, it's not about unlawful things. Go ahead.
But all things are not expedient.
All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient, man. Meaning something could be lawful, but not, you don't have to do everything. Sometimes it's not wise to do certain things.
Right.
Like say, for instance, if there's a man and he's a vegetarian and he believes meat's evil, now to not cause him to stumble, I just wouldn't eat meat in front of him. Like, I just wouldn't eat meat in front of him because I know he's going to be upset and feel a certain type of way. So at that time, it won't be expedient. Yes, Lucky, go ahead. What verse you at?
23.
Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
What does that part mean?
Is that saying like don't be selfish with the truth? Like don't just seek your own salvation, seek another man to receive the truth and be partaker of the kingdom of heaven.
Nah, so in context, it's more like what some things are lawful, but it's not expedient. Meaning you wouldn't do certain things in certain men because you're worried about their feelings. So it's more like that, meaning, say for instance, if Rida was vegetarian, I eat meat. Now that's fine. I love meat, but in front of wife for that. That's a one and a half. That's a one and a half. It's a lot.
It's like, if I could,
Go ahead.
where it says wealth, is that more like well-being?
Yes.
Than like money. Okay.
Yes. So wealth is in like, think about your brother and not yourself.
Okay.
So say for instance, if I eat chicken and Rida eats vegetables, now because I eat chicken and he don't eat, he thinks chicken's bad and it's been in the lab and it's evil and whatnot, and it's from the halal butchers or whatnot, and for his sake, I wouldn't eat that chicken. Meaning, if I didn't care about what he thought, I'd just eat the chicken. But it's saying, think about your brother. Don't think about yourself.
Right.
Think about your brother. Meaning, be selfless. So Paul's more saying, be selfless, and that's definitely something that we have to learn in the black community, man. We have to learn to think about more than just ourselves. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, if I could, like another example would be, say, drinking is lawful, drinking alcohol is lawful, but you wouldn't drink around an alcoholic.
Yes,
or somebody
perfect.
struggles with that.
Yes, because you wouldn't say, I'm not alcoholic, I'm drinking this. And then he's got alcohol. Guess what you would do in front of him? You drink water or soft drinks or mocktails. You drink mocktails in front of him and be like, you know what? That's you. Read that verse one more time.
Come on. Let no man seek his own.
Let no man seek his own, meaning, so if you was to just drink and say, I don't care about him, you're seeking your own.
Right.
The reason why you're not going to do that around him, because you're following the Bible and you're not seeking your own. You're thinking about him. You don't want to hurt him.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
But every man another man's wealth.
Every man another man's wealth. So now you think about your brother. That's what that's talking about. So look what verse you're at.
25.
Yes, go ahead.
Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat.
He goes, whatever sold in the shambles, that eat, man. Meaning the shambles is like the markets. So you can't be asking them, how do you cook it? Do you cook this on the pork grill? You don't ask. Whatever sold in the shambles, eat. If you order chicken, don't ask them how to cook the chicken.
Right.
You just eat the chicken, man. Listen, you like was in the shambles the other week. You choose a shambles, man. Listen, man. How about if niggas took me to the shambles? I can't be asking questions. How many people get shot here? How many people get robbed here? Ask no questions, man. Just be in the shambles and understand the whole earth belongs to the Lord, man.
Right.
Just be in the U-tree like, yep, I'm safe because I'm rolling with the Lord. Don't be asking no questions. You're in the markets. You ordered a chicken, whatever you ordered. Just understand this. The told you chicken is chicken. Don't be asking them, do you cook it on the same grill as this or whatnot? If you feel like that beforehand, just don't order anything. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Meaning, don't be asking them, is the meat halal? Is the meat from this? Is it farm? I've been hearing about grass-fed. Is the meat grass-fed? I don't know what the hell that means. I heard the nigga say salmon. Is it grass-fed? I was like, oh, this is shit. He's saying, because that's not proper salmon, because that salmon we're eating is killing us because it's not. Have you heard about it? Because it's not grass-fed. I said, fucking hell, just give me a pound of salmon.
Grass.
I said, I don't give a shit about grass-fed. He said, because it's not grass-fed and that's what's killing us.
Right.
Have you heard of that grass-fed salmon?
I ain't never heard that in my life.
Some grass-fed salmon. I said, oh, okay. How am I to know? Listen, even if you fed this salmon shit, I wouldn't know. How would I know if you fed this salmon feces? I'm not going to know. Right. I don't know what this salmon's been eating. I just know salmon's lawful. I ordered salmon. I'm not asking no more questions.
God.
This is why some people don't eat certain things, because why? They go to certain places, order chicken, and then they ask too much questions. You ask too much questions and you confuse yourself. So go ahead.
Okay. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake.
So now, eat not. So now, imagine if I go, yo, let me order some chicken, and there's a brother that comes in the truth and is very weak and sensitive, and he's like, oh, that right there is offered to Allah, then we wouldn't eat that meat. You get the point?
God.
For his sake. It's not for mine and your sake. It's for his sake, because he thinks it's offered to idols. But for me and you know an idol ain't nothing in this world.
Right.
Me and you know this meat belongs to the Lord. But him, he don't. Wife, that's lucky. That term meat just gave it a whole nother meaning. It's lucky. Go ahead.
Okay. And for conscience sake.
And for conscience sake. So for his sake, you say, all right, no sweat. Go ahead.
For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
And the earth is the Lord's. So we know this. We know the earth's the Lord's. Maybe that brother don't know the earth's the Lord's. So he's afraid of halal meat. So lucky, go ahead.
Conscience, I say, not thine own.
That's lucky. What verse you at?
29.
Yes, lucky, go ahead.
Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other.
See? So there you go. He's letting you know, this ain't for you, this is for them. Because there's a reason why he said, no, that meat is for Allah. Because he feels a certain type of way. So you would eat it normally, Ra'aban, because you know, this is just chicken that belongs to the Lord. To him, he thinks it's sacrifice to an idol. So this ain't for your conscience sake why you don't eat it. This is for his conscience sake. Because he don't know as much as you do. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Okay. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that which I give thanks?
There you go. So he's saying, if I take part, I'm going to be evil spoken of. So he's saying he'd rather not do it. So look what verse you're
at 31.
So keep going.
Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do all to the glory of God.
There you go. Whatever you do, eat, drink, do it to the glory of God, man.
Give none offense, neither to the Jews nor the Gentiles.
And give none offense is teaching them how to work together. Why? Because the Gentiles was that means offered to idols. And the Jews are like, yo, what are you talking about, man? It belongs to the Lord. So he's bringing them together like, all right, then. The Jews, you're fine eating that meat because you know better. But they grew up in Greek customs where they believe this meat's offered to Hercules or whoever. And if they see you eating it, they believe you're eating food offered to idols. So he's teaching them how to work together. But with that, clap it up. That's the end of the class. Up time. Got to get the room before we leave. Yes, Lucky, go ahead. Someone can call it. Also, we got the feast day tomorrow. 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5 PW, 7 p.m. Feast of dedication. Come on down to that. Come see your brothers and sisters so we can do communion. So we can come together and have communion. Come on down tomorrow, man. Shalom, Israel.
Let's do the salute.
Yeah, go ahead. You can call it.
All right, with that, Yimele Israel, I Madiam. I'm gonna go to teacher one courtesy salute. Tilt the camera up there. All right, Yimele Israel, I Madiam. Shabbat. I Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shem Shabrak.
Yahweh Shem Shabrak Kapam.
Yad Yamata. Class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.